What's good, my wealthy individuals? We're gonna be here with Justice, aka Deadpool 7777, and a bunch of numbers that I'm not gonna say in a row. Our Trader of the Week from 2 weeks ago. If you guys are up to date with my videos, then you saw the video of me teaching him how to trade, and if you watched that all the way through to the end, you saw that his first trades he took with me were in December 1st and December 10th, if I remember correctly from the video. And I talked about a trade at the end of November. It is now February, and we're going to give you guys an update on how my class went and how trading in the live trades with the Limitless Wealth Reserve, which is a team of me and my two best friends from middle school, and how we execute things to perfection. Justice, okay, so my first question to you is, what inspired you to start trading with us?
Other than the fact that I see how much you make.
Can't tell the people that.
It's kind of like my retirement plan.
Okay. And were you skeptical about paying for the class before I gave you the class?
Oh yes.
Yep.
It took me what, 3-4 months?
6 or 7, 8 or 9, I don't know. Okay.
Yeah. Super skeptical. And then even when I was trading, I was still more on like the reserve side, only putting in $200, buying one contract. But as like the money grew, I got bolder, more confidence, you know. Now we're out here doing big things.
Okay. How consistently do you trade with us?
Every day. Yeah, every day. I know I missed a couple of days, but you know, I still got a regular 9 to 5.
And you know, for now.
Yeah, for now.
Until, you know. Would you say that me teaching you how to trade made trading easier for you and gave you more confidence entering trades?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. The class was like, it was great because when I started trading, I was able to see and know what I was looking at. But then trading with you actually built that confidence for me to go and start doing my own thing.
Okay. You pull up your Robinhood?
Yeah.
How many trades did we call out that you got in, ended up going red to the point where you couldn't take profits?
0. 0.
Oh, there we have it. So
and if it did, it was because I stayed in and
after
out.
we told you to get out.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. That's an important thing. I'm going to teach you how to trade. I'm going to make the calls. I'm going to tell you when I am getting out and what I would do. You stay in after that. Remember, I always tell you, practice discipline, take your 15 to 20%, trim if you have the capabilities to, and then leave your runners. Now, if you only have one contract, you probably shouldn't be pushing much past your percentage goal, okay? That's how you become a non-profitable trader.
Only took one contract. That never happened again.
It only takes one, okay? Because when you lose 50 to 60%, you gotta make 20% a whole lot more times. Big loss. How many of the trades that you got into and then you got out at your percent goal did you watch run up tremendously?
Really, that was just in the beginning when I was doing one contract. But I'd probably say you trade 5 times a week. There's a whole month until I started building that confidence. 30
trades?
Yeah.
30 of my trades just take off?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. If I signal something, I'm waiting for an extreme confirmation when I signal it. And 2, it's going to 100%. And regardless of me getting out at 20 to 30% when I take my first trim, my runners go to 100, 200, 300%. And that's just the way that it works. And that is the importance of trimming, right? I'll say what my minimum position used to be. My minimum position used to be at least 10 contracts. So let me break down what trimming is for me and how I broke it down for you. And so you can, because you're moving up into bigger trades now, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go over how I trim, and you can take the advice or you can not. This is a part of your advanced class, by the way.
Okay, I'm locked in.
Yet, but this is part of your advanced class.
I'm locked in. Don't even worry.
So when I began getting an average size of 10 contracts per position, right? When I would trim at my 20 to 25% mark, I would trim 6 of my contracts. why 6? Because that's more than half. So now I have 20 to 25% of each one of those contracts. Now if I lose 5 to 10 on the other 4, I'm still in my profits. Then I set my trims up. So I trim, depending on how much it takes off or how quickly it takes off, after my first trim will determine how many contracts I trim after that, right? So if I trim, you've been in my trades. Sometimes they go from 0, 2%, 100%, like that, right? So sometimes I'm not able to trim at 20, 30%. I got to take my first trim at 70%, right? And then if I exit that and then I see I'm up 100%, I'm gonna trim one contract. If I see it go up 70, then down 60, and then it comes back to like 75, and then I see like 82, I'm gonna trim 2 contracts, right? And then I'll keep my other 2 to see if it goes up another 10%. I like to take my trims every 10%, and then I'll trim, after my first 6 contracts, I'll trim either 1 by 1 by 1 or 2 by 1 by 1. And when I leave my last runner, I let it run. I typically hold my last runner for at max 30 minutes. If it takes off tremendously, I'm talking like those 200% plus trades, I'm good. I don't feel the desire of catching a 1000% trade every runner. Devontae has caught 1000% trade. Devontae has caught a 777% trade. I have caught a 494% trade. Let's just use whole numbers to give you guys a thought process. If I trade with $10,000 a day, okay, and I make
20 to 25%.
No. Let's say my first trim, because today, as an example, those trades took off, right? As soon as we got in, it took off. So if I have $10,000 on contracts, boom, right? And my first trim of 6 contracts is up 100%. I started with 10. I made 10 because it's up 100%. So that's 20,000 total. That's now mine, right? I trimmed 6 contracts. I just made $6,000 right there. I got 4 contracts up up 100%, and then I see it go, boom, 150. I trimmed 2 contracts. All right. So now I've trimmed 8 contracts, and I'm up $9,000. I have 2 contracts left. I'm not gonna let them go down to less than 20%. I'm gonna take my trim, whatever the percentage is, and I just double my money for that day. This is why I like to harp on percentages. You guys, a lot of people who make these YouTube videos and they post their content, they show you guys money. And that's what gets everybody the big eyes. It's like, oh, I can make $50,000 in trading. Yeah, sure, if you have $150,000 to start off with. You gotta look at the percentages of your trades. When I taught you how to trade, I focused on percentages. I never showed you dollar amount, right?
Yes.
Okay? You saw dollar amount because you went back in my Discord and you saw other things, or you saw some assets that I may have or have not acquired. Okay? When you look at percentage, right? Go look at your high yield savings account that you should have if you follow this page. The most you can get per year is what, 3.85, 3.95 right now. At one point in time, it was about 5.05, 5.15 on SoFi or Amex, right? That's per year. That's the most money you can make and have easy access to anywhere in the world. That's the only time you can do it, except for trading. If you put your money to a CD or a trust, sure, you can gain more than just that 3% per year. Max at maybe like 13, 14 to 15%, but you can't touch that money for X amount of time.
It's usually like a minimum of like 15 to 20 years.
However, if you are trading and you make a minimum of, what do I teach my students?
5 to 10.
All right, 5 to 10%. If you're making a minimum of 5 to 10% every day when you trade, you're already beating the system. And once you get a little bit more comfortable and confident and disciplined with your craft, and you up your ante to 15, 20% like what I do, or in case some people in my Discord don't take their first trim until 100%. Once you get to that point, it's just gonna keep flowing. Imagine making 100% on $10,000 every day.
100% of the time.
It's insane. Say anything to the people about trading and or trading with the Limitless Wealth Reserve, what would you say?
Having somebody to walk you through the steps makes everything a whole lot easier. And if you're somebody like me, I learned off of physically doing. So all the yapping, it's not really for me. But showing me, walking me through the steps by steps, live on Discord, so I'm seeing exactly what you're doing and I'm just recreating the process on my own,
It's different.
life changer. Just kiss.
Good. I like that. Okay. Is there anything that you think that we could do better in the Limitless Wealth Reserve?
Give me some money.
You become trader of the month. I might throw something out there. You know
I'm trying.
I'm thinking about doing
XYZ's. She on it.
She on it. When I say get out, most times she's like, all right, cool, out. So I say get in, she's in it, like instantly, like
fast.
When we say, hey, these contracts are loaded, she's like, okay, I'm in. I was like, we just loaded them. Yeah, no, she's on it. She's definitely on it. And you guys stay tuned for her interview. That is coming up soon. I don't even want to say her numbers. I'm gonna let her say it. But I tell you, she started out with a very low amount. And she's almost caught up to me. Oh my, but I love it. I love when my students makes you a good leader and a good teacher. When the people that you're coaching and teaching outperform you. I think that means that you're doing a stellar job. You agree?
I agree.
Thank you, Justice, for coming over and taking time out of your day for this random interview. It probably could have been better if I wrote some questions out. I wanted an authentic interview with nothing written down, just answers just straight from the heart and questions straight from the top of the dome. And I appreciate you for providing that.
It was a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
We'll see you in the Discord at 4:45 a.m. where we'll probably have another 100+% tomorrow.
Yeah, most definitely.
More than likely.
I said it has yet to fail.
It has yet to fail. If you guys like this video and you guys are looking for more, like, comment, and subscribe. Click that link in the bio so you guys can join the Discord. If you need one-on-one trading, don't hesitate to comment or message me and I'll hook you up. Y'all stay blessed.